Hi, all you cool cats and kittens. This is Mr. Ahlers going over your Y4, Y5, and Y6 problems from IXL. So I picked pretty much a question from each level, so then you should be able to um, get your 80 points. And then hopefully this will make it so it goes faster. So Y3, I think you learned so, ka, toa. Remember that sine, opposite hypotenuse, cosine, opposite hypotenuse, or adjacent hypotenuse, and then tangent opposite over adjacent. These have like these like partners that they're married to. So this one is married to cosecant, or CSC, and then that one is H over A. Cosine is married to secant, and that is H over A. You just flip the order. And then cotangent is A over O. So just keep that in mind. This is probably the most important thing that you can be shown. So right here, angle C, we're looking at, we want this secant of angle C. So here's angle C. I like to circle it. Here's the right angle. So what side does not touch the right angle? It's BC. So this is the hypotenuse. And the opposite side is the one that doesn't touch the circle. So that's right here. Opposite. And then the adjacent is the one that touches the circle for the adjacent. Remember, this side right here touches the angle. So that's why it's adjacent. And this side does not touch. So that's why it's the opposite. So now I look for my code. I want the hypotenuse over adjacent. So the hypotenuse is 97 over, and the adjacent is 65. If you can simplify that, simplify it, but I don't think you can. Remember, this is going to be important for the rest of this stuff. So I'm going to copy it so I have it for the next problem. It's a level 1 question. Here's a level 2 question. So this one I want the cosecant, and the cosecant is of angle F. So I'm going to circle angle F. Remember, the hypotenuse is the one that does not touch the right angle. You see how that green side does not touch this right angle. So that's the hypotenuse. This is the opposite, and this is the adjacent. So then now for cosecant, I want H over O. So I'm going to do 17 divided by 15. There you go. This is a level 3 question, cotangent. Remember, you're going to use this thing. This thing is your favorite tool. So for cotangent, here's my angle I. You label it. What is the hypotenuse? This one's kind of tricky. Normally people would say this is the hypotenuse because it's the slanted side. However, is that touching the right angle? Yes, so you don't want to use that. Here's the one not touching the right angle. So that's the hypotenuse. What side does not touch the circle? The one that's 48, so it's opposite. This is the adjacent. So cotangent is A over H. So I want 20 over 48. And then you can simplify. So it goes into both of these. I think it's 4. So it's 5 over 12. So make sure you don't forget to simplify. Level, I don't know what level this is anymore. Level 4. Paste, you see this tool is helpful, and then labeling the right sides. So angle Z. So which side's the hypotenuse? Nice job. It is this side 13 because it does not touch the right angle. And then the opposite is the one that does not touch the circle, which is 12, and the adjacent. So I want the cosecant, which is H over O, so that's 13 over 12. So why is this one harder? I think you have to be able to do these ones on your test. This one's harder because you don't know what this side is. So you have to use Pythagorean's theorem. So I'm going to call this x. So x squared plus, and then you have to use this one right here. 5 squared equals 13 squared. X squared plus 25 equals 169. X squared equals, what's 169 minus 25? 144, so x equals 12. So which one's the hypotenuse? This is the hypotenuse. And then for angle F, this is the adjacent and this is the opposite. So for cotangent, I want 5 over 12. This is a little bit harder of a step because you had to do this extra stuff. Remember, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and c is the hypotenuse. Next one. This one's harder because they have these square roots, but good news is we don't have to really worry about those as much. So secant, let's paste our tool. So for angle F, there's an angle F. This is the hypotenuse because it does not touch the right angle. This is the adjacent, and this is the opposite. So secant, we want h over o, so 10 root 2 over 5 root 2. The root 2's cancel, see you later. And then it's 10 over 5, which is 2. Paste this. Which one? Angle R. Which is the hypotenuse? Nice job. What's the adjacent? Nice job. What's the opposite? Great. So this one we want h over o, so it's going to be square root 93 divided by 8. We got lucky here. Because the square root's on top, we don't have to rationalize. Let me go over how to rationalize right now. So for instance, if you would have had square root of 29 divided by the square root 93, we don't like the 93 on bottom, so we multiply by root 93, root 93. So on bottom it becomes 93, and then I have no idea what the square root of 29 times 93 equals. Yeah, not a nice number, so I'd leave it like that. $26.97. And I think you can clean that up. Let me see something. All right, so this next one, type this in, paste. So I noticed that this is 7 and 7 root 2. So this is also 7 because it's a 45, 45, 90 right triangle. Remember, it's x root 2. If you didn't know that, you could use 7 squared plus x squared equals 7 root 2 squared. So there's 49 plus x squared. What's 7 squared? 49 times 2. 49 plus x squared equals 98. X squared equals 49. X equals 7. So now we want the cotangent of q. So I'm going to do this hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. So it's going to be 7 root 2 over 7, which equals just root 2. Okay. Now we're on to the hardest one. So x. So the cosecant, the secant of I, I want opposite, adjacent of hypotenuse. We may have just got lucky. No, let's make it x. So x squared plus 2 root 7 squared equals 5 root 3 squared. So x squared, you have to square the 2, it's 4 times 7 equals 5 squared is 25 times the square root of 3, which equals 3. So it's x squared plus 28 equals 75. X squared equals 47. So x equals the square root of 47. So I want square root of 47 over 5 root 3 And then that's for that. And then secant is going to be square root 47 over 5 root 3. Because they're actually flip-flop based on the angle. Because when you look at this angle, this is the adjacent and this is the opposite of the hypotenuse. But when it's from this angle, this is the adjacent, the opposite of hypotenuse. So it kind of flip-flops when you have a different angle. So that is y6. Going to y5. You just need to know that because they're similar, it's the same trig value. So we've got tangent of v. Tangent is TOA. So we want a v, which is the same as s. So tangent, we want the opposite over adjacent. That's 12 over 5. That's the same thing. We want v right here, same as s. So sine of v is opposite over adjacent. So this is the opposite. Adjacent hypotenuse. Sine is opposite of hypotenuse. So 12 over 37. So it's a little bit harder. We want e, which is the same as f. So cosine. This is the hypotenuse. This is the adjacent and the opposite. So 35 over 37 using this. D, having D, which is the same as the angle E. And then this is the hypotenuse, adjacent and opposite. So I want 60 over 87. Angle F is the same as angle E. And angle E, I want tangent. So I want, this is opposite, this is adjacent, this is hypotenuse. So it's 63 over 60. Find the sine, cosine, tangent of V, which is the same as W. So this is the hypotenuse, this is the adjacent, and this is the opposite. Using the rules, opposite is 56 over 70. Simplify that. 56 divided by 70. And get that, and then it tells you, so it's 4.5. And adjacent, 42 over 70. Is 3 over 5. And then this is 56 over 42, which is 4 over 3. There you go. That is why. Oh, can you not see my calculator? Bummer. Super small. Okay. Y6. So this one takes a little bit trickier, so you still need to use this. And then this point right here, you're going to use this quadrant system. So if your points are both positive, positive, you're in there. This is negative, positive, negative, negative, and then negative, positive, negative. So this one right here, positive, positive, so it's in the first quadrant. This point right here is 39 over 89, comma, 80 over 89. What you need to know is that this is the sine and this is cosine. So this side is 89, that's hypotenuse. I got that from right there. This, call this theta. This is the adjacent, that's 39. And the opposite, right here. and that is the 80. So if you want to know the point, you got A over H, O over H. So right here, we want to find the cosine, so it's just going to be the first one, 39 divided by 8. So find the tangent. There's where it gets a little bit tricky. So remember, you got 40 over 41, common 9 over 41. So this is A, O. So then we need 9 over 40 because it's tangent. This is O, this is A, O, and then H. We want to find secant, which is H over O, so it's going to be 65 over 56. Actually, just the flip of that. The terminal side of the angle position doesn't really matter, but this is OA, O and H. We want to find sine, so opposite over adjacent. So it's 77 over 85. The terminal side of the angle position, and we want to find the sine. The sine is just this one here. Negative 7 over 25. The terminal side of the angle is there, and the cosecant, let me paste this. So this is AHOH. Cosecant is just H over O, which is that one flipped. So negative 5 over 3. What is the sine? Sine is always the second one. So square root 5 over 7. The terminal side of the angle in center position intersects the unit circle at below. Find the cotangent. Cotangent is just, it's A over O. So I need, this is A and this is O. So this is square root 85 over 6. There you're nuts. So don't forget your HW is Y4, Y. HW is Y1, no, Y4, Y5, Y6, and then quiz on Neo covering Y1, Y2, Y3. And this is all due by so it's working on that. Hopefully this video helps you. We have office hours on Thursday from 10:30 to 11:30. Catch you later. Bye.